Welcome back to our homestead. Today we are doing a grocery outlet haul. Come check out what we got this week. Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family. This week at the grocery outlet, I stopped in just intending to get one or two things that I knew were on sale. I ended up getting a bunch of stuff because I found more deals and I felt like we needed these things. So let's check out what we got. There's all this stuff. Where do I put it? Let's start with the biggest thing. Some items that we've been getting from the grocery outlet for a little while that I really like to keep on my shelf is this giant thing, almost 7 pounds of seasoned black beans. We do eat plant-based, and sometimes I just like to have something that's almost prepared, almost like ready to go. So I don't keep a lot of these. I got 3 this time, and they are $2.99. And so that is an almost open and go meal. We can make rice, and then we have these seasoned black beans to go with it. I just really like these. They can go with you anywhere, to a potluck or to a big meal. And I think our family can get, I want to say, probably at least 3 meals out of this big can. It is 6 pounds, 15 ounces, 111 ounces. So that's just makes good sense to get this. It's from Goodsome, and I just like to keep a few of these around. You never know when you're going to be in a pinch and you just need to open something and you don't feel like cooking it. So I think $3 for this is a really good deal, and the only way you're going to get this cheaper is by cooking it yourself, you know, from the dry beans. So in the canned department, I also got some pinto beans. These are from Mexico, actually, La Michoacana, and they were 50 cents a can. They're just plain pinto beans. I've noticed that cans are going up and up and up, and for me it's just painful to pay more than $1 a can for something simple like beans. Now, I don't really like to have these all the time. As far as like, I think there's cheaper ways to get it. I think if we can cook our own beans, that's definitely cheaper. But for lunches, when you just need to grab something and you don't have time to cook a pot of beans, it's really nice to have canned things on your shelf. So I went ahead and got 2 flats of those, and as you can see, there are 2 missing. We opened those for our lunch today, and the only thing that I have to say about these is that the beans are a little bit firm. And so I feel like they could have used a little bit more cooking, or maybe it's the firming agent works really well. And then they don't have as much salt as I personally like, but that's easy to fix. You can add your own seasonings, you're gonna anyway. So yeah, cook them a little bit longer. They're not like hard and uncooked. They're just like not really, really soft. Another thing that I actually got in the bean department, let me show you these. I got 3 cans of these organic black lentils. Now, these were more of a curiosity thing for me. I've not had black lentils before. I've had brown lentils or green, also the red lentils, but the black lentils sounded intriguing to me. These are no salt added. We will add our own, and I just wanted something different, a little bit of variety to put in our lunches, because very often I open a can of beans, add some tomatoes and seasonings, and then I have 2 thermoses worth of beans for somebody's lunch, and it's really easy. Now, these were $1 a can, and so that was a little bit more, but I didn't buy that many. I just wanted to try them out for the future to see if the price comes down or whatever, then I'll know. The main point of this shopping spree this shopping haul at the grocery outlet was I wanted to fill some holes in our pantry that we have been eating up over the winter. That's what your pantry is for, to serve you in a time of need. And so we've been doing more consuming than adding here recently. So I feel like it's time to start adding, even by small amounts, so that we can keep replacing and always have a well-stocked pantry. Because we've tried these before, I went ahead and got several of these. It looks like I got about 10. And this is the Pacific Foods Organic Garden tomato soup. It is oat milk based, and it is quite delicious. We tried these a little while back and everybody liked it. I really like this just for several reasons. It's a good soup base. I mean, it's a soup all in and of itself. So if you can just pour it, you can pour yourself a mug of it and drink it hot or cold, and sometimes I do either one. But you can also use this to be a base for if you want to make a vegetable soup or something like that. It's well seasoned, it's nice and creamy thick, and I really like it. And so for $1 a carton at the grocery outlet, I love to keep these on the shelf. We've tried a couple of their flavors, like the squash soup and then the ginger carrot one. I loved the butternut squash one. My family was kind of like iffy about it, but they're just not butternut squash fans like I am. So I didn't get more of that this time. I just stocked up on what I knew everybody would like. I went ahead and got some more dry beans just to fill in the gaps. I actually want to cook up some of these and fill up my jars again. I did that back in the summer. I canned up some black-eyed peas and some pinto beans and different things, and that was really great to have our home canned, home cooked things on our shelves, but we are almost out of those. So $1.19 for a pound of dried black-eyed peas. My husband really loves black-eyed peas. On that same note, I went ahead and grabbed 4 extra pounds of pinto beans. These were $3.69 for 4 pounds, so it's less than $1 a pound. And a pound of beans gets you a lot farther than a can of beans. So this is actually the cheapest way, I think, to eat frugally and to keep your pantry stocked is by using dried beans. You can cook up some rice, and you have a nice meal. And it's not hard to cook, and everybody seems to like pinto beans, at least at our house. We did stop in the refrigerator section, and I got a few things. The main reason that I actually went to the grocery outlet this week was to get some Earth Balance. My son had told me that he had gone there the day before and they had Earth Balance for 50 cents a tub. And so I was like, well, I need to go get some, because usually at the store it's at least $4 a tub. This is the brand of butter that we usually get. It's plant-based and it's really good, but it is pretty expensive, and we rarely pay full price. We almost always look for sales. So by the time I got there, it was no longer 50 cents. It was 25 cents. And so I went ahead and got 6. I'm kind of wondering if I should have gotten more, but as far as space, and then with the idea of leaving some for you guys, I went ahead and just got 6. There was plenty left on the shelf, so if you go there, you should find some, as long as they haven't completely closed it out. Another thing that we went ahead and tried this week was this kids silk milk. This is oat milk based. It's oat milk, but it also has protein in it. And so this is a new formulation that Silk has just come out with. At least I've never seen it, and it is pediatrician approved. There are a lot of plant-based milks that pediatricians kind of advise you away from, and that is because a lot of the plant-based milks are so low fat that they are not appropriate for meeting the nutritional needs of your children. Of course, we gave our kids almond milk and soy milk while they were growing up, but that wasn't the substitute, and it was, we realized that was more of just like a beverage. So this has 8 grams of protein in it, and it also has half the sugar of regular milk. So this has 5 grams of sugar per cup and 8 grams of protein per cup. It also has your omega-3s, which are great for your brain, and especially for children's developing brains. It has your DHA, and it also has choline, and they even threw in some probiotics. So this was $2.49 for this carton. I won't say that it was a steal of a deal. It wasn't probably the best price, but a lot of times Silk milk now is about $3.50 to $4 a thing. And so, yeah, I feel like it was a good thing to try. $2.50. I will look for it again, because we tried it and everybody seemed to like it. It's got a good creamy taste to it. My husband thought it tasted a little bit chalky, but everybody else really liked it, and so I'll keep watching it, and I bet that if nobody goes and buys all of it, it'll go on sale for a little bit less than $2.49 in the near future. Okay, another thing that we like to add to our pantry shelves, because we eat a lot of pasta, is pasta sauce. And so at $1.79, I like to get this particular brand, which is Nature's Basket. This has the plant-based Bolognese style pasta sauce. It has plant-based crumbles. They are non-GMO, and we like this flavor. We've gotten some other ones that they have there. They actually keep several plant-based sauces at the grocery outlet, but this is the one we like the best. It's not super spicy, but it has that nice chewy plant-based protein. Okay, another thing that I was a little bit Another thing I was a little bit 50-50 on was this peanut butter. It wasn't like super duper cheap, and we usually get our organic peanut butter at Costco. But since we were pretty much out of peanut butter at our home and we weren't ready to do another Costco run just yet, I went ahead and got a few of these. I got 2 creamy and 2 crunchy, and they are organic, USDA organic. And so we thought we would give these a try so that we can give ourselves a little bit of time before we have to go to Costco. So we like them pretty well, but I will say that we have people who are real peanut butter connoisseurs in our household. My husband and our cat Chucky being 2 of them. So my favorite peanut butter is actually Smucker's, but they like the organic peanut butter from Costco. So my husband served up Chucky some of this morning, and Chucky turned up his nose to it. He didn't like it. Apparently it's not as good as the Costco kind. So you do what you want with that information, but it tasted like peanut butter to me. It was pretty good, and this is salted, but the only ingredients are roasted peanuts and salt. So pretty basic, pretty healthy, and it is, like I said, organic. Okay, one other thing that I got at the grocery outlet were these pineapple chunks. Now at $1.29 a can, this is not the cheapest in the world, 4 cents more than the Dollar Tree, but pineapple has been getting really expensive. I've seen it up like $1.59 a can. And so I don't have to have pineapple on my shelf, but I did want to buy this one because last week I started playing around with this machine that we've had sitting on our shelf for a little while, and I wanted to actually put it to good use. So I made some really delicious, look what we have in the, hey Tubby, you can be in my video, Tubby. I made some really delicious pineapple sorbet in the Ninja Creamy, and I liked it really well, and so I decided I want to get 1 can of this, and I'm going to play around with adding some coconut milk to it and make like a pina colada. I think it'll be great, and so I did get the 1 can of pineapple. Okay, the last thing that I got was another pantry basic that we pretty much always have to keep on our pantry shelves, and that is strawberry preserves and raspberry preserves. We make a lot of sack lunches, and so almost every time I will put some type of sandwich in it, and a lot of times it turns out to be peanut butter and jelly. So we've got the peanut butter, now we've got the jelly. I like this particular brand. It's just super natural, super basic, I should say. It has sugar, strawberries, pectin, and citric acid, so there's no high fructose corn syrup in here. It's $1.19 for 16 ounces, and everybody seems to like it. We like to have variety, so we got raspberry and strawberry, and so that makes us able to make lots of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the near future. And I feel like even though I only planned to go in for the butter, I feel like we got a lot of good things at a good price to add to our pantry shelves that we really kind of needed after going through the winter. So we are now in the season of gradually adding to our pantry stock. We like to have frugal finds we can keep so that we have food to eat in a pinch, so that we have things ahead, and so that we never have to go hungry. So this is what we found this week at the grocery outlet. I thank you for watching along, and I hope that you will share what frugal finds you have found recently, whether it's at the grocery outlet, the dollar store, or wherever you find cheap groceries. Share them in the comments because everybody needs to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Until next time, thank you for watching, and be safe, stay well, and may God bless you.